Hi there. After my last video I thought I would introduce you to cutting an onion. So I've been in catering 30 odd years, and when I went to catering college I was shown the professional way to cut an onion, and I've been doing that almost ever since, until a couple of years ago I was working in a kitchen and suddenly realised while I was cutting it that about a third of the work I don't need to do. And not only do I not need to do it, the results by not doing it are better. So there you go, the humble onion. It's a fairly cheap ingredient, but don't ignore it because it's a wonderful ingredient. Here we go, chopping an onion. So the first onion I'm going to do for you, I'm going to do the professional way. This is the way they show you, or used to show you at college. I'm not sure if they do now, obviously it's 30 years ago since I was there. Even longer, 35 years ago, and then I'll show you my way, and hopefully, I mean, what does it matter? It's just an onion, right? But it's one of those things where you go, well, you know, if we can do it a bit better, let's give it a go. Okay, so here we have our onion, and before I even make one cut into it, the most important thing is the bowl or container or newspaper, something to put the rubbish in, otherwise it ends up all over your board, and the idea is keep your work area nice and tidy. So onion, I'm just going to take the ends off first with the outer skin still on into my rubbish bowl. The other thing is that if you clean up as you go along, then you don't get any of the skin in your onion when you're cooking, because it doesn't change consistency, it's always hard, it doesn't soften with cooking. So I'll just make a little slice in the skin down there, a couple of layers thick, and I'm just going to peel off the skin, throw that away, but it's no good whatsoever. Okay, where I made that cut, I'm now going to cut it all the way through the onion, give it two halves. So, conventional cooking says that if you slice this way through the onion to about that deep, that will give you your vertical slices, and then if you chop that way to the depth that you've previously gone to, and then chop that way, you'll get perfect dices. So let's do it. The distance between the cuts is the size of dice you want, so it's quite a clever little system, and you can see why it's been used for so many years. So I've done my horizontals, I'm going to do my verticals. First one's always a bit more difficult, just got to hold the onion together. So I'm doing my verticals across the onion there, and now I'm going to do verticals this way, which technically that should give me nice diced onion, and which it does, and all is fine with the world. This scrag end, what you do is you just get rid of these bits that you've cut perfectly into whatever you're doing. I'm doing this whilst trying to keep my eyes open, because the longer you cut an onion for without quickly getting the job done, the worse your eyes get. So I've got this end of onion here, so I'm just going to give it one cut down like this, and then just go along and around, and chop it so I get my dices, and there we go. So all well and good. Perfect. Now, I used to cook for about 500-600 people when I first started. So again, if you think why bother, well, sometimes catering can be quite a big operation, so the more time you can save doing something whilst doing it properly, then brilliant. So I'm just doing my second onion. Again, I'm just putting a very thin cut all the way around there, so I can just take the hard skin off. I also take the layer below. On this one it's green, not always green either. again, for some reason it just doesn't seem to cook down as well. So I'm going to half the onion. So the only difference now is that I'm not going to make those cuts horizontally. I'm going to leave those because if you look at this, an onion is already separated, so it doesn't need them. So I'm just going to... So that's one onion. What I'm going to do now is show you the easier way. So instead of cut, I'm not going to cut horizontally this time because it's already in sections. I'm not going to cut this way to almost to the edge to keep it there. I'm going to do it so the whole onion is cut in one go, all nicely sectioned up and much quicker. So I'm just going to go straight down across the half an onion. Again, the amount of cuts you put in is the width of the dice that you want, and then I turn the onion round and I'm just going to simply cut it the other way. Now naturally it will dice now because of its own layers that are part of the structure of the onion. So if you look at this section here and I break it up, it's already diced. So instead of 4 ways of doing it, horizontal, verticals the other way, and then getting rid of the end, cutting that up as well, this is just 2 lots of processes to achieve, I think, a better result. Thank you for that. As I can come up with more little things to help out in the kitchen, I'll put them up on these videos. Thank you very much.